Hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, friends. This is Yonks with Triple Win Foundation, and we've got a much needed and much anticipated tools working group tonight. Specifically, we're talking about workflow, automation, and integration tools. We just got done launching our very first Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate, which is a project by REtoken, the real estate DAO. And before we go any further, just want to say welcome Blursday and Mrs. Yonks, who are also joined with me on the Zoom here today. So I'm going to see, I'm going to go ahead and enable live streaming on or streamer mode on Discord. We've got a great channel here on Discord where it brings all of our chat and on. Pick this. All right, so hello, we are now live on our tools working group. So, and then I can't remember if I shared the YouTube link. I've got that up here on the screen here for everybody as well. So we love the audience participation. And one of the things that we started doing here during our working groups and any of our live events is that we actually do the airdrop. And that's one of the things that we've got here for our agenda. You can see right here, we've got 5 minutes allocated for our airdrop. And thank you, Tyler, for doing all the secretary stuff that you do behind the scenes. So here's the agenda for tonight's working group. And this is mostly to support the tools and workflow automation and integration, is mostly to support the increased efforts surrounding Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate, which we delivered season 1 here this last weekend. And thank you, Tyler, for an absolutely fabulous job. She single-handedly hosted the entire boot camp this weekend, and I was kind of behind the scenes producing, and then loved all the participation from our community as well as the new people that will hopefully be more engaged here, but time will tell on that. Anyway, so looking here at our Notion page, we were talking a little bit, and I'm actually going to go over here to. And this is one of the content pages, evaluate workflow. And this is one of the things that we were just shoring up behind the scenes here before we went live. And there's really 2 tools that we're looking at as far as doing the workflow integration and automation. Make, and which was formerly Integromat and Zapier. And I can't remember exactly why that I put Descript is a tool that we're starting to utilize as well. And then also some of the other tools that are in play on this are Active Campaign, which we're looking to utilize for email marketing CRM. Notion, this is what we're looking at right now. Notion is basically our knowledge database and all the databases. And then WordPress, that's where we have our website, and this is something that is still a work in progress, but here was our event that we just held this last Saturday, Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate, and our next one is coming up on May 14th, so we're really looking to put our webinar marketing strategy in place for May the 14th and really ramp that up here. So we were talking about 3 workflow use cases before we went live here. Have mentioned already our webinar marketing strategy. And then we do quite a bit of events here on a weekly basis. And that's one of the things that we were reflecting on briefly here on our working group on Sunday, was it looks like on average, we're doing anywhere from 4 to 6 events on a typical week here at Triple Win Foundation. And most of our efforts are with REtoken surrounding equitable housing. So that's one of the things that we're really wanting to enhance, and that's where Descript will come into play, where it can create a transcript, really beef up the written content on our website. And then The goal here with our webinar marketing strategy is to convert prospects. And there's really three buckets of people, three avatars, three target audiences for Blockchain Bootcamp for real estate. First one is real estate professionals. The second one is real estate investors, and that's current or aspiring. And then the third one, and this is one that we're very passionate about, is helping renters become owners. And with the goal of that webinar is to convert them to new registrations for season 2, which is again coming up here on May the 14th. So here's the comparison matrix. The only thing that's not on here that comes to mind, and am I leaving anything else out besides WordPress on this table that's like a fundamental tool right now?
Wasn't there an app we were looking at for, it was like some spreadsheet, pseudo spreadsheet application, not Airflow, that's totally something else, but it sounded like that maybe.
Airtable?
Airtable, yeah. That I'm not sure if that's still on the table to discuss, because we did, Tyler was talking about we might need a database or something for cataloging items in a workflow, such as registrants or whatnot. So might just be worth putting in something that, or even Google Sheets or what have you for that, or even a database. I don't know. Just brainstorming here.
Yeah, no, and I that's one of the things that wanting to do more of, and I agree. Right now, I'm hoping, and I think only time will tell, hoping that Active Campaign, in between Active Campaign and Notion, that we won't have to expand upon the databases. One other thing that would be potentially worthwhile to have on here is DWork, and I don't know how much that DWork has their interface open, but that's Lonas there from DWork and the other co-founder there are normally pretty responsive, and we're using DWork for our bounty board, Web3. It's a Web3 native bounty board, which has been have been converting from Trello. So let's see. I'm going to actually work on updating this here. So let's see.
And while you're talking, just bear in mind that any of these applications that has a decent API or webhook integration, we could probably build it out with minimal coding. So we just put in our back pockets. I know I had a coworker do some very quick prototyping of a webhook with almost no coding with Zapier, for example, a couple years back. So we can keep that in mind too. So even though it doesn't have the integration spelled out, it doesn't mean it's a deal breaker. Yeah,
for sure. And I think that is because, like, one of the other things that's not on here and is like a Bankless DAO's degen bot for POAPs. And let me go ahead and refresh this. I added those 2 rows in there, and I would be really surprised if both of these don't support WordPress. WordPress has been a very predominant platform for creators in the Web2 ecosystem, as far as from a content management system standpoint. So what are some thoughts that you have, Blurs, as far as how to evaluate which one makes the most sense for us, Zapier and Make?
We need to look at some user stories, like, as the campaign manager, I need to have a tool that will automatically send out an email when an event occurs on this platform. And so we kind of need to spell those out a little bit and get those user stories cataloged, which is, it's just, it keeps us from just kind of mindlessly wandering around these applications.
Yeah, so like add more, because like right now we don't have any supporting details under these toggle headers. So put more details in these workflow use cases.
Yeah. Like what problem are we trying to solve, as opposed to looking for problems to solve, or looking for solutions to a problem we may not have.
Well, like one opportunity right now, we're leaning towards using ClickFunnels for creating our webinar registration page. So like, assuming that somebody goes through the process here in these workflow use cases, and then they become a registration, they actually go through the shopping cart process, buy their NFT, and like that's all in a Web2 environment. So then like right now, creating some mechanism so that they can get their NFT, because like I believe, and do we have any numbers, Tyler, as far as how many people that don't have the NFT from Blockchain Bootcamp that we just held this last weekend?
I don't know who all holds the NFT, so that's one of the things that we're trying to automate. Is I'm trying to attach wallet to actual name to username, so we can say, hey, Tyler, thanks for attending Blockchain Bootcamp. And did you know that your season's pass is good for this other event coming up on May 14th, blah, blah, blah. So right now we don't have wallets, names, usernames, emails, all in the same place or in a way that's hooked to each other. That's what I'm trying to fix.
Yeah, part of that was compounded with utilizing Eventbrite. So that created one vantage point, and we're hoping to utilize Eventbrite in a very different manner here for Blockchain Bootcamp in season 2, which I guess technically we're in season 2 right now, since we just delivered our first one there last Saturday. And then the next event is coming up on May the 14th. And then also we've got, and this is one of the other things too, like having utilizing active campaign. Like right now we have shortlisted this VIP event for, and this is something that I put on the calendar as a placeholder, like communicating here with our NFT Blockchain Bootcamp NFT holders, where we could have a special event surrounding some content niche that we're wanting to dive deeper into, and then utilizing active campaign. And ideally, like one of the things, and I don't know if this is possible, but from a user perspective, like us utilizing Notion, a tool here, I would really prefer to have Notion be more our single pane of glass for knowing things about our community members, for example, or tools that we're using, or prospects for different opportunities, if that makes sense.
Hey, I can't find this page.
Which one?
The Notion page.
The one that I'm screen sharing right now?
Yeah, I cannot find it.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, we're doing a little segue, but I was going to type something and I can't.
Let me, I'll ping you on it.
Thank you.
And did you get that notification there?
No. I'm sorry, we don't have a lot of time and getting stuck on this of all things. Triple Win, content calendar, evaluate workflow. The heck? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was looking at the permissions, and it's definitely publicly. And
can you just take the link and just paste it in our Zoom chat?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Thank you. Let's see if that'll work. Because there's the sharing link and then there's the working link. And if you share the sharing link, I can't edit. The working link I can. And fingers crossed, here we go. And I am I'm in. Thank you. Okay, cool. This is not the edit. This is the sharing one. Okay. Oh, okay. Open Notion, please work.
Here, let me try this.
This is... Thank you. Okay, let me get stuff shuffled around. Okay, let's carry on. We are good to go. Oops.
And like we've talked about having the goal be have an active campaign be like the single source of truth from a CRM standpoint. And then like ClickFunnels, for example, will be the single source of truth as far as like from an affiliate standpoint, because that's where we're building our affiliate program. Just looking at what you're typing in there for the mermaid stuff.
Yeah.
And like one of the other things too, and this is a little bit more advanced from a workflow standpoint, but we were even wanting to create a NFT for the people that go through the webinar.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. All right. Very basic, just a FYI, just so I can work this as we talk if we want to.
Yeah, I was just bringing that into the screen here. So
your Zoom probably messes with it a little bit. Don't worry about that though.
Yeah, no, I'm does it look different on your screen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong window. There it is.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I like
Yep.
that.
It just allows me to quickly so we use like Lucid Chart at work, and there's all these drop downs and selections, and just to like even get a basic thing going, you're spending so much time with setup. This I just have to type that and I'm done. And if we want to move to something prettier later, that's fine. But this we can work in real time. So
yeah, no, for sure. That's awesome.
Okay. Anyway, so where were we? We're describing the use case here.
Yeah, no, and I think the biggest thing that I'm still just trying to get my head wrapped around is what will be the methodology for us to determine which one of these two tools. Because like looking at the comparison matrix, I think both of these check both of the boxes, and I don't know if we should just go through a process of like a lot of these have a demo opportunity. And that's one of the things, like literally yesterday went through a couple demos with some of our Web3 accounting, bookkeeping, payment processing tools with Utopia Labs and Request Finance. And that may be another one too to consider as far as from a workflow integration and automation standpoint. I was getting pretty excited. Both of those look very promising as far as providing some gaps to our organization for really elevating what we're doing, especially like with request.finance. I was seeing some opportunities with our investment club that wasn't even on the radar. And then they have some API capabilities as well, where one of these workflow integration and automation tools could potentially come into play. So anyway, thoughts on how to, do you think we should do the request to demo route? Or I mean, like, because at the end of the day, both of these would probably work.
I don't think we need to do that. We all know what but yeah, no, I don't think we need a demo. They both offer solutions to very similar. I mean, we just need to see if they can do what we want to do.
And let's see, because I'm looking at, and I'm pretty confident that they both can do. I guess it's just is one particularly easier to use than another?
I've personally only used Make for doing like crypto indicator integration into Discord and Telegram off a webhook.
And that's this one right here.
Yeah. But I mean, we could, but if we're concerned about the other ones, you could find them pretty fast. I'll jump on make.com on my end and I'll just start looking. Sign in, might as well. Okay, so let's see. What's the first one we're looking for? You're on ActiveCamp. Oh, okay. So, I mean, Make has built-in integration with ActiveCampaign.
Is Make Web3 native? Is that why we wanted it?
No, it's just I used it for what I'm doing. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not married to it, but it's the one that I use personally.
Well, if you are familiar with it and I know you're really busy with your new job. Do you have any availability to help us automate this stuff? Because if you do, I'll use the tool that you already know how to use. I'll take the learning on it.
They're all the same.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. But yeah, so like, what are we trying to do with ActiveCampaign?
Well, ActiveCampaign is what we're wanting to utilize for email marketing and CRM. Okay,
so that would be the endpoint?
Yeah, so they would come in through a ClickFunnels sales landing page that would integrate with ActiveCampaign, and then they would, whenever they register for a webinar, that would come in through ActiveCampaign, and then that's when the email auto responses would occur from whenever, and then just depending on when they register from then to whenever the webinar occurs, provides some email communications, and then the goal is to build out email communications, because like my expectation is that, like, from a timing standpoint, people that get in this pipeline, it might not be season 2 or season 3, but maybe season 5 or something like that. So having some type of regular value added like email marketing strategy for these people as well. And my expectation as far as content that we're going to be creating too is only going to get better and more regular and frequent.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to spell things out here. So in the diagram, so we got our entry points, which are a ClickFunnels sales landing page or a webinar registration via ActiveCampaign, right?
Yeah, and like right now that will be done through ClickFunnels, because ClickFunnels is the will be the gospel for the affiliate marketing program, because we are wanting to create our using ClickFunnels, and whether that's something that we do on a perpetual basis, I think that there may be some opportunity, because ClickFunnels is a pretty pricey tool. It's like what we're looking to spend to launch our webinar marketing strategy with ClickFunnels is like $300 for affiliate marketing DAO a month. And then Yonk's team is going to be another $100 a month. So that's like, and anybody else that wants to like copy and paste what we're doing for their own affiliate marketing strategy. So that could be, anyway, that's a longer term opportunity to potentially move our affiliate marketing and sales funnels over into a WordPress native solution.
Yeah, I got that, but I'm just trying to spell out the user story such that we could just try to grind one out on Zapier or Make or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to see, the entry point, like, so the entry point, the action, and the end point.
Okay, yeah, so I'll give you one. So if we have an Eventbrite for May 14th, I need to, so I get an email. It says, you know, Joe Schmo registered and whatever. So I need to find a way to capture the email, assign them to a ticket, send out or put them in a database, assign them to a ticket, and send them a link that says, have you registered for Hopin? Like, here's the link. So I don't know if that's a real case scenario, if that's too many moving parts.
I think the world's your oyster, really. But so the platforms in what you said are Eventbrite, and Hopin.
So Eventbrite goes to my.
If Eventbrite should go away, but there is a potential opportunity of using Eventbrite for the webinars, because Eventbrite does get some organic traffic within their platform. So, but going back to the conversation about Hopin, like right now, until we change, we've delivered DAO Day 222 on Hopin and season 1 of Blockchain Bootcamp on Hopin, and you know, it's like what, 3 weeks till May the 14th, less than, so 3 weeks from last Saturday to May the 14th. So and changing Hopin right now is a much lower priority than getting our webinar marketing strategy. So and Hopin does have native integration with ActiveCampaign, and that's one of the reasons that we chose ActiveCampaign. So that's one of the opportunities that we have to explore that we didn't do with season 1, is to see what that integration looks like. Because what you're talking about there, Tyler, as far as asking people to register, it may be that we can just automate that within the integration that exists within ActiveCampaign and Hopin.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the, I did have a window open with the pricing on these two, and I don't really want the pricing to be the determining factor, but I mean, cost is always something that we should consider.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if these are too different here. And are these both, it looks like both of these are get started for free. And I don't know if that's just something that we should go through the process of trying these both out. And
yeah, I mean, I use the free tier of Make. I mean, you can just go ahead and just build out your scenario to see if it's even possible, and then you could test it.
Right. So the other thing too that I've got to think about is where we want these tools setting. And I would say probably with affiliate marketing DAO, which is the same place that the active campaign is sitting, as well as the ClickFunnels account. So
I thought it was all sitting under 3Win now.
No, because, and this is one of the reasons that we launched affiliate marketing DAO, because like active campaign, for example, and ClickFunnels, both of those have a very generous affiliate program. So the opportunity of those potentially becoming a profit center for the organization. So didn't want that rolling up to the nonprofit company. So we're really wanting Triple Win Foundation to be like a grant making foundation as far as from a day-to-day type of dynamic.
Okay.
Well, we'll get these both of these signed up, and then like from how soon, Tyler, are you wanting to ramp up our webinar like paid advertising? I know that you were talking about wanting to do that last week.
Yeah, as soon as we're ready for it, I'm ready. So I need to get everything up and going. And are we going to be delivering all these webinars live? I think that's a question of if we're going to do a prepackaged webinar, then
I think for now we should, and you know, that's something that we can evaluate. Like that's one of the amazing opportunities. You know, you can, if you get a webinar that's dialed in, that's really hitting, you know, the opportunity. Like we went through that big marker webinar that had a very like live feel to it, even though that it was previously recorded, and you know, the opportunity of it like still having people be in there to like anyway, that's something that I don't think that we necessarily need to decide on. We can think about that as the time progresses here. But yeah, I'll get both of these signed up, and I'll share some logins with you, Blurs, so that via LastPass, so that you can help with some of the evaluation on this. And then we'll I don't know what both of these look pretty similar as far as from the pricing tiers.
I wouldn't even worry about it right now. I mean, yeah, not even look at price until we get the use cases spelled out. Yeah, Tyler, I think we'll have to like rely on you a little bit for that, just to like say I'm going to use application X and I want to get from here to there. Like I want to know how that path looks and what the touch points are, and then I'll build the flows out.
yeah, so
I'm gonna have to do it right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. So what I was going to say is, there are a bunch of things that I just need to make if then and stop, and then a bunch of more that are if then repeat until it's done. So like if we publish a meeting, tweet it out, that's it. If I tell somebody to register for a ticket and they don't, send them a reminder like every day until they do, or every 2 days or 3 days or something, because I don't want them to miss it. So yeah, those are the two use case scenarios, or just if then once and if then multiple things.
Okay. And then also it sounds like there maybe already be some of this functionality baked into Active Campaign and ClickFunnels. Is that right, Yonks?
Some of that, and that's one of the things that we want to definitely use as much as possible, like the tools natively within Active Campaign or ClickFunnels, like Active Campaign, for example, that's geared for being a sales automation tool. And so there's a lot of that stuff that exists there, but like the big opportunity is really figuring out what we want it to look like with the NFT that's being created with Unlock Protocol. And like one of the other, besides we've been predominantly talking about Blockchain Bootcamp, but one of the other things that we're really wanting to get some workflow in place is our cooperative housing investment club. Like really get that dialed in, and then have already talked a little bit about doing a play to earn / move to earn investment club within Triple Win DAO. That's more in the fun category, but really like utilizing some as far as like, and we've got a little bit of unrelated experience, unrelated outside of our organization, as far as onboarding with another investment club that we're just participating in personally ourselves, and really like to create some workflow surrounding that. Like, and that I had some really great ideas just since Sunday, or since yesterday. It was yesterday. Amy and myself were on the demos for Request Finance and Utopia Labs, and that was one that I was really glad that we did do a demo on, because going into that, I wasn't even aware that Utopia Labs was ready on Polygon, and that's relevant to us since we have stuff on Polygon, and only anticipating, like going back to the investment clubs, that's something that we're really wanting to build predominantly on Polygon as well, just due to the compatibility. But well, and that's something I'm going to look forward to kind of playing around with here, Blurs, as well, this mermaid graphing thing, because I was really looking for something easy to kind of put some of these workflows in place so that we can, and there's a lot of stuff too, like GitHub, like we're working on establishing a best practices culture here, and having like some workflow, like with our WordPress content there, that we get some versioning control potentially on GitHub, where GitHub has got the content. So
yep. No, I workflows and stuff are a lot of fun. Well, okay, there's different kinds of fun, but in the realm of workflows are fun. Yeah, okay, so I think we don't have a lot of time left. So, I mean, let's just spell out the next steps. I know we had 5 minutes for airdrop, but I think all I need, put that in quotes, all I need is just some user stories, or at least just like one good one. But we're trying to look for something that's outside the integration of the tools we have. That's the point of these, are to integrate disparate tools. So if it can all be done in active funnel or active campaigns and ClickFunnels, then we're done, right? So I'm looking for use cases outside of that. I have never played with a ClickFunnels or active campaigns, so I'm kind of relying on you guys to know what those can do. So anything outside of that is where we'll be utilizing these platforms.
Yeah, and here's been a personal pain point of mine since we've been doing this live streaming format, is like this is all outside of active campaign and ClickFunnels, like just coordinating the live stream here, and the opportunity to automate a lot of this is something that I'm hoping that these tools can do. Because like one of the things that I would really like to see is having a blog on our domain for this types of events as well. And then like Descript is a new tool that we've just started playing around with.
I was just checking Make for a Descript integration. For whatever reason, it does not show up. I'm not sure if you want to just in your own time or whatever, just to check Zapier and see what you can do with that, or if they're, otherwise we can look into webhook functionality, of course.
Yeah, and that's like just and I think that that's not necessarily for Descript itself, but like WordPress, where just creating like for our live stream events, where it would automatically create the blog post with using some type of template and push in the details, instead of just me copy and pasting the same things here and there. And I think I'm hoping that's one of the things that can become more less copy and paste by me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I think next steps we can kind of do offline, or at least just in Slack, to get things going, and we can use this as a working document and I can build the workflows there. I mean, I just need a couple right now just to get things going. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, and did you have the airdrop, Tyler? I know you've got a hard stop, Blurs, but I wanted to go ahead and get this knocked out here.
It's more of a soft stop, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's on mute. Here, give me a sec to get this back up. My computer's running a little slow. Yeah, it's ready. Hey, Jason, I think you're on mute.
Thank you for that, Tyler. So just navigating over here to Coinvice and logged in on the MetaMask hot wallet here for REtoken DAO. Coinvice is the social token platform that we use for doing all of our airdrops. And we did our last one here just the other day for our working group on Sunday. And that's one of the things that we love about Coinvice is it shows the history. So anyway, I'm going to just thank you, Tyler, for secretarying the participation here tonight. And that's one of the things that we keep track of here. And this is for REtoken. We're sending 25 REtoken for our participation here tonight. And this is the tools working group. And thank you for fixing that there, Tyler. So, and
That's all right. It's my copy and paste.
nah, no worries. So I just dropped this in and I think I've got it all ready to replace there. So this does a multi-sig airdrop and it's a two-step process here. And we do by wallet addresses and it's we select the token, REtoken, and I'll copy that from our Notion page here real quick. And here we go. So this is again a two-step process on a multi-sig. It has to make sure that there's enough to facilitate the SIN before it goes through. And I normally bump up on Matic here. The transactions are very affordable on the L2 chain Polygon. So I increased that to high because it is busy network and we want ours to go through first. So the second step is the multi-sig. And that's the amount was in there. Now we're just doing the multi-sig here where it sends that through. And there's that. And there is the multi-sig transaction, and I'll throw that in the Discord. And I'll take a look. Thanks again, Blurs, for the mermaid. That I think will be very easy. I can hack through some Markdown quite well.
Yeah, I figured you'd love it. I just discovered it 2 weeks ago because I had to build a quick flow chart and I didn't want to open up a whole application. So it's like, is there something here I could just quickly crank something out? And my personal note taker at work, the app I use is called Joplin, which is open source. It's all Markdown. So all my notes I take in meetings is all in Markdown, and it has baked in Mermaid integration. So it was like perfect.
Nice. All right, there's that. And I do love some workflow too. So this is one of the things that looking forward to, and making a lot of these steps, especially on these live stream events, more automated will help. And then I can focus on, instead of copying and pasting, on other things. And I have, as you can imagine, Blurs, no problem finding other things to do.
Yep. All right, I am going to drop I think we got a lot done, even though we didn't actually dive into the applications. We had to do a lot of pre-work, and that was very important. So I think we got a lot of that done today.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I'll get the initial cred set up and shared with you via LastPass so that we can start working this through. I think we've got 2 more days left on our ClickFunnels trial, but and that's something too, if we need to spin up anything as far as those. And I haven't even really started personally rolling up my sleeves with the active campaign. That's a longer story for another day as far as the active campaign stuff. But one final thought, I am definitely going to be in Austin myself for the Vertala's Digital Assets and Securities Conference coming up, and don't know what that'll look like, but would like to launch Texas there, potentially surrounding that. But we'll talk more about that here in the coming days and weeks leading up to the Digital Assets and Securities Conference down there in Texas.
Cool. I'll be in West Palm Beach, Florida for permissionless at the exact same time.
I thought about going to permissionless. I know that Bankless is going to have a fairly strong showing there. So looking forward to hearing about that. I was talking to OX Justice, who is one of the governance stewards, and I can't remember exactly what his title is there at Bankless DAO, but that was something that I think he just got nominated for. I think here coming up, I think they're launching season 4 here either this month or in May. So, all right, well, have a good night, everybody, and we'll be talking more about the tools. This is going to be, we'll be talking about tools all throughout 2022. Big topic of conversation.
Yep. All right, see y'all.
Yep, see ya.